Good morning. It's Monday, about 2.5 hours into this game, and right now nothing's really happening, although the market is sitting at a top. So it could be a good position to buy put options. Like I said, all these tops right here are good positions to buy puts if you buy them far enough out. But besides that, right now the market's not doing anything. ES is down about 10 points, so it's not really moving. I checked the other indexes, and same thing with them. They're not. They're pretty much standing still, just kind of waiting. Like I mentioned last week and a couple weeks, also that this market needs to start retracing eventually, and coming down into this line. Even if we are in a bull market, which I doubt, but if we are, it still needs to retrace because all markets retrace. Now, although all markets retrace, like I said, you have situations like this where the market came up, it hit a balance area and it came up, and it didn't retrace this whole time. Right here, that's a big run up, and then finally retraced and it came back up. So this can do the same thing. This can actually balance out a little bit here and then shoot straight up here. And that's if we're in a continuation of this bull market. I feel like that's not the case here. And if it is, then it turns around, then you would have to maybe cover your shorts and maybe buy some call options. That's the way this game is played. But I feel like this is pretty much a top right in here. At least that's my feeling on it, and that's why I've been buying put options. So if you take a look at the NASDAQ, that's a pretty good big balance area here, and eventually these balance areas don't last very long. This one kind of went pretty far out, and then finally came down to another balance area here. So this one's ready to break pretty soon, I believe, either on the upside or downside. Of course, I'm hoping that it goes down because that's where I have my money right now. And it looks like NASDAQ's down about 75 points, so it's starting to head down a little bit right now. And then you got the Russell, which never really made it up to the top like all the other ones up in here. It stayed pretty much down here. So I would say as long as the Russell doesn't break above this line, we're pretty good as far as a short position. If it starts breaking up here and staying, then there's a possibility it could start coming back up. But as far as I can see for now, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. So back to the ES here. As far as day trading goes, there's not a lot going on here. Some day traders might trade it here. This built a balance area here. It's at the top of this bigger balance area, and they can start shorting it right in here. I didn't do that, so I'm not actually. I might not even trade today. There's not every day is a trading day. So far this doesn't really impress me. If this market and the other ones start heading down, then this could start breaking down below this, and that could be a possible day trade here going down. A 30-minute chart, you can see where the market's been, and it's come up here. It's obviously at a pretty good top here because it's pretty hard to break that current top. Then we go into a 1-hour chart, and you can see a better picture of how this balance area is playing out. So again, here's a top. Seems like if you wanted a day trade, you can day trade from here and short it and go down. I did not do that. I'm just kind of sitting and waiting because I already got my put options in place for longer term. So right now I don't feel like day trading, but that looks like a pretty good day trade right there. So we go into a 4-hour chart, and that brings it up a little bit more. So the 4-hour chart, you can see how it's pretty much at its top up here. These this hit up here several times created this pretty good line of resistance. So if this market does turn around, starts breaking past this, and it stays up here, then that becomes a big strong support, and then that market's just probably going to take off. And if it doesn't, and this is a very, very strong resistance, starts heading down and breaks below this, then chances are it's going to continue down. So as far as trading, like I said earlier, you could day trade this. This would be a top, and if the market's continuing down, that would be a day trade. Longer term trades, like I said, I got my put options in place, and I have them far enough out where this thing can stretch out for another couple weeks until it starts going down. And then another game that you can play is once it breaks down here and it starts coming down in this area and you have confirmation, then you can start buying, shorting this going down. So that's it. Not a lot of action going on as far as longer term trading. Like I said, I've got my put options in place here. And again, as far as day trading, sure, you've got some positions in here that you can trade going down. You just wait for these little balance areas and for breakouts, and then you start shorting. Now this one here might come up and touch this. You've got some resistance up here, and if it starts turning around and coming down, then there would be a good short position. The way this market's been playing out lately, it's been coming down and then coming right back up to the top. So you have to be careful with your day trades in this kind of environment. There's just a lot of volatility going on here and a lot of uncertainty. Like I said, the market starts breaking down, it comes right back up. It breaks down, it comes right back up. So the same thing can happen with this. But if you have longer term, if you do decide to trade this and convert it into longer term, then you can buy put options that are out, let's say at least a month, and then you short this, and if the market comes down here, you can sell it. If not, if it comes back up here and hits the top, you're going to have to wait till it comes back down again. But at least you're safe because you're at least a month out. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of money in your account, so when you start buying positions, you can start buying positions going down, and then again, if the market comes up and you still think it's going to go down, you can buy more positions here. So I know people have talked about starting a trading account for $500 or less, and it's definitely possible because I've done it, but you have to hit it right on. I mean, you have to make sure that market's going to go down, and then you got to get out before it goes back up. So you have to be very specific in your trading with that. With here, you got a buffer of time, you got some leeway. There's a lot of things that you can do if you have a larger account. You can just sit and wait. With a small account, you can't really do that, and you have to take small profits and then go from there. So you have to be pretty nimble when you have a really small account. And also, you can't be lucky, because if you get in and all of a sudden the market shoots down and you make all this money, that's probably considered luck, and the next time around you might just pour all your money back in, and the market's not going to do that, and you're going to lose it all. So you have to be careful with that. You got to remember, this is a game, and these people that have been playing this game, the big money, they know exactly how to whip these up and down. So you would lose your money, and that's how the game is played. Yeah, this is definitely controlled, because this is the biggest game on the planet. So why wouldn't it not be controlled when most everything else is? Okay, so that's it for today. I think I explained pretty much what's going on. And like I said, as far as longer term trades, I'm sitting good. I'm just waiting for the day trades. You know, you can, like I said, you can wait till it comes back up in here, and if it turns around, you got some confirmation, come down. But I would be a little bit concerned about this market whipping back up to here, because that's what it's been doing. So it's kind of tricky in this environment right now. Once we start heading down, if this is going to head down, then it's going to be easier to trade, because then the market's just got one direction instead of bouncing around in these balance areas. So you got to be careful with these balance areas. Okay, that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll see where this market ends up.